the man spotted what looked like an expensive watch buried in the sand. Without hesitation, he crouched down to pick it up. But the moment he reached for it, he recoiled in horror. The watch was still attached to a severed arm. Stumbling backward in shock, he began to take in the full, horrifying scene around him. The beach was littered with scattered corpses and wreckage from a plane crash. And judging by the debris, it looked like more than one aircraft had gone down here. Suddenly, a deafening roar came from the distance. Another plane was hurtling toward them at an alarming speed, nosediving straight for the beach. Sensing danger, the man turned and sprinted toward the nearest building. Meanwhile, chaos was erupting on the other end of the beach. A massive cruise ship was barreling straight toward a densely packed crowd of tourists. Luckily, its speed was slow enough that people managed to scramble out of the way just in time. Still, the ship's massive momentum carried it far up onto the sand, sliding hundreds of feet before finally grinding to a halt. Within minutes, the entire tourist zone was locked down. Curious, Clay approached some workers to ask what was going on, but they ignored him completely. Driving back home, the family couldn't stop talking about the bizarre events they just witnessed. They had only come to this quiet little town for a relaxing weekend getaway, never expecting anything like this. Back at the rental villa, Amanda tried to look up information about the cruise ship incident online, only to find the internet had gone down. Even their cell phones had inexplicably lost all signal. Still, no one thought much of it yet. They hadn't realized how serious things were becoming. Later that night, the owner of the villa showed up unexpectedly. A citywide blackout had just begun, and he had no choice but to stay there temporarily. The group immediately turned on the TV, and what they saw on the news left them speechless.
Shahardan chiqib ketish to'g'ri ish qilgan bo'lasiz.
Clay and Old Black, as the family affectionately called him, decided to head out the next morning to get a better sense of the situation. That night, after a final report about a possible nationwide cyber attack, the TV signal abruptly cut out completely. The next day, Old Black went to check on a friend, only to find their house in ruins. It looked like something had torn through it with violent force. His friend was nowhere to be found. The only thing left behind was a satellite phone. But what truly unnerved him was that even the satellite phone wouldn't work. A chill ran down his spine that could only mean one thing: even the satellites might have been taken out. Meanwhile, Clay encountered something even stranger. A drone was flying directly toward him, spraying thousands of tiny red objects into the air. He immediately turned the car around to escape, but the drone was too fast. In seconds, he was surrounded by the red flyers.